I've managed the dashboard, so I shall do now. Control, there we go. Right. Okay. So yeah, let's give it a go. Right, I thought I'd done all this before I started, but it wants me to do it again. Yeah, I got used to subtitles on, so I shall keep them on. I don't know what to expect of this, because I mean I didn't love Max Payne. Just a brief history of my brief history of me with Remedy games. I loved Max Payne, but and Max Payne 2 obviously.
Warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
So I've heard this game is very
I
weird.
know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie.
The prison
The
movie.
room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
How do I take pictures? Screenshots of this. Win the screen? Yeah, that'll do the job. Okay, so yeah, I was saying before, my history with Remedy games. Love Max Payne 1 and 2. I was actually trying to think what they made after that, which is weird. But yeah, I liked Alan Wake. Can we go back outside? I liked Alan Wake, didn't love it. I liked a lot of stuff about it though. But yeah, it was a very good game, not like a amazing one or anything like that. For me, not as good as Max Payne or and stuff like that. But the atmosphere in that game was crazy good. Like, yeah, crazy good atmosphere in that. I didn't like. Well, I like Quantum Break as well, but it was not. I don't know. Just yeah, it wasn't amazing. I don't know. Oh. Okay. What's this? Do I have to read this? Correspondence. Okay. Prohibited items reminder. Unauthorized page of smart watches, smartphone, smart gaming device, anything smart. Number 2 pencils. It's considered iconic representation of archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under pure investigation is to be brought into the environment if you see any person, lobby personnel breaches. Yeah. Okay. Standard stuff. I have heard there's a lot of lore in this game, like with the collectibles, so yeah. I do like delving into all that. But yeah, so yeah, Quantum Break was, I thought it was very good, but I didn't like the actual game parts, but I didn't like well, I did like the TV bits, I suppose, but I didn't, yeah, I thought they weren't really needed. They were just a bit awkward, I suppose, is the best way to put it. So yeah, and then yeah, here we are.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
That's weird. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's probably one of the reasons I didn't pick this up at launch. Staff and surveillance, data center, construction, office janitorial, mold, HQ ability. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons I took me a while to pick this up, because you're just still a little bit skeptical whether I'm gonna like a Remedy game. Like I think that the studio as a whole is top notch. I just don't know if they're. Well, I get some weird artifacting on the run. Then, yeah, I just don't know if they're 100% what I want to play at the moment. But yeah, I think this is, to me, before I play this, obviously I played it now, well, I played it a little tiny bit now, but before I started playing this, and my expectations for it was that it was going to be very similar to Quantum Break, just from what I've seen. Combat looks pretty similar, things like that kind of open open area combat, I suppose. I don't know, with the no bullet time or anything. Well, I might be bullet time. Was there bullet time in I can't actually remember if it was bullet time.
Federal Bureau of Control.
In
All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
but yeah, I don't actually know if I can't remember what I was saying now. What was I saying? Anyway. So we shall see if I like it or not. I don't know. I was tossing up whether to play this or Sunken City. Keep calling it Sunken City. Sinking City on the PlayStation. But yeah, I chose this because, I mean, this has got better. A shark is in his, although secure, mission just following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Okay, that's a bit strange. But okay. Oh, I can slam on desks, that's a bit awkward. Have I got a torch? Torch? Don't know yet, don't know. Hello, as you should know by now that R4 reports that you by the end of the week. Still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request from R4E. Receive form. Request form. R4E, not fucking hell. Let supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing in R4, then you'll need to get written permission from the department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the employee manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Cuckland. As needed, they'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your Sam and team. Oh, here's someone.
Hello?
Okay, getting a bit weirder. A little bit weirder now. Getting frames dropping already.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Is there a way I can turn the lights on? No. Oh, that's a weird jump. So we are getting mostly 60, but I don't know if it's dropping because of this. Oh, streaming, or it's dropping for other reasons. Is this the way I came? No. It looks the same, but I don't think it is. So yeah, I was deciding between this and Sinking City. And obviously I decided this. But yeah, it depends what I think of it. If I don't really rate it, then I'll probably. Is this about the way I came here? Yes. I'll probably give up on it and play Sinking City, because I don't want to start anything too long between now and Last of Us Part 2.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
And Juha Vanio. Jana Polkanen.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Oh, fixed camera. Oh, okay. Oh no, no, it's not. It's not fixed now. Okay, I can move it around now. I was gonna say, you don't see a fixed camera often. Oh shit! Didn't know I would do that. Tree. Or is it a plant? Oh, camera. Reminder: drafting any public-facing material while penning notifications of death related to the Willow AWE. Please adhere to the following guidelines. Words used in the service of his country. Regret. Proud pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid Alaska scissors, blood, bleed, loss. Apologies, sorry. Okay. Weird. But okay. The retirement issue, the oldest man in the world. We tell ourselves it's okay to be old. Oh shit. Well, looks like things haven't gone to plan. What a surprise. Okay. Just for just being, I think it is. Looking for collectibles. There's nothing here, I don't think. No, nothing there. Okay. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. Rest of the week, I can't trust them. Barbara, not a single one. Okay. Okay. If you hear me sniffling, by the way, it's because I have hay fever.
Shit.
I have taken a pill, but
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
who's she talking to?
Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Oh.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
Look at this place.
What?
Where am
Does that?
I?
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it. Lose, and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Okay. I'm guessing this is going to be the tutorial on how to use the gun. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, we're immediately with Y. Okay.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Okay. Okay, that's done. Shit, it's shooting. Okay. Enemy strip health elementals when damage and health.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Okay.
Things have...
Just get rid of this. Quickly. Yes. Okay. See you. Bye. Thank you.
quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Okay, so started off relatively normally, but now it's gone full nut job. So okay, it's gonna go weirder. Okay then.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Get the fuck away!
Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hess was quick to take advantage of this fact. His guards use a standard issue bullpup rifles. They carry prior to corruption, while the armoured guards carry pump action shotguns. Pardon me. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does a Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, although it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file for full report. Oh shit. There's more collectibles. Did I get collectibles up? Oh, that's it. Right. Host files. Service weapon, okay. No unique procedures required. The object's form is variable when bound. The object allows para-utilitarians to... something. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of. The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history: Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons are of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Okay. Zachariah Trench. I've been here, haven't I? Okay. Been all through here, haven't I? Wait, why is there a picture on the wall? I just noticed that. It's weird. I still can't get in there. Oh, let's run.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Any more? Yep. One more of the motherfuckers. Oh fuck. Oh, where he came from. Dinner reservations at 7 PM at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Okay. And yes, I am going to look over every single one of these desks to see if there's any collectibles on them, because that is what I do. Your life is in your hands. Let's work hard. Okay. Okay, just people hanging around. Just people hanging about, why not? Chilling. Don't. Correspondence? I can't even read that. Is that a stapler or an altered item? It's quite funny. Right, let's just do check. Okay. Okay. Completely lost where I've gone. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Coming annual salary review. New supply of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Okay, and there's another picture of Jesse, which is weird. But still. Oh, did I do that? Did I do that? Oh, I can do that. That's cool. I like that. I like that when you can cause damage to environments. You might have noticed already or not, I'm not sure, but I am playing on PC. Oh, what's this? Oh.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, Then, reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Okay then. Another picture of Jesse. What's this? I love all these little details. Release articles. Masao Liol, Anne Lynn, Sebastian Jenner can be taken for reuse. And there's some maths equation. Maths in English. Obviously important at the Bureau of Control, as well as in real life. He's just hanging around. I think I made that joke before. So I've been that way. I've been through all here. So yeah, I like to meticulously go through every room and like make sure I got everything, because that's just, yeah, that's just what. Oh, those computers are on. Federal Bureau of Control. I can't read them, but yeah, that's just the way I play games. Really, it's I like to be meticulous. As if I forget anything, then I shall be. Oh, someone dropped it? No. Can I shoot them down? I don't know. I'm not going to. I probably can. I don't want to. I don't want to injure them. Those little things keep reminding me of the painkiller cabinets from Max Payne. Well, I've been this way. But yeah, I am playing on PC. So I was mentioning it before, and then I went on to something else. But oh, someone's steerer there. Oh, fucking hell. Fiance's really into plants, and I never used to be into them before, and now I can fucking tell which plants are which, and it's just like, yes, I have reached that age in my life. I am that fucking sad, but still, there we go. Plants are kind of cool, I suppose, but would prefer not to have a million of them in my house. But there we go. What can you do? She's the boss, not me. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing on PC. I only have a 2060 graphics card, so because my last one had 2080, and I was gonna say it blew up. It didn't blow up. It stopped working. Don't know why. So I replaced it with a 2060. Oh. So I replaced it with a 2060. But the 2060 is not as good as the, well, I think it's about the same, but it's not quite. I suppose I think it's just a little bit worse. So anyway, I'm playing all medium settings, so pretty much. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes drive before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find better a way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. I've listened to that one. Yeah, I've listened to that. What the fuck is that? Okay, oh, I got weapon mods. Personal mods and weapon mods, okay. Okay, I didn't know the game didn't really explain it, but okay, well, I've got the idea. Damage against enemy armor, +67. Okay, let's install it, why not? Energy recovery speed, I've only got one of those, so... I've heard this game has side quests, and I am a big fan of side quests, like literally, even if they are the worst possible side quests in a game. I literally like cookie cutter, go here, collect this, like 1,000 times. I will do every one. It's just the way I roll. Oh, big letters again. Central Executive. I thought. I do that.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? All right, It's our enemy.
Who is she talking to? I got photo mode. Oh, I got photo mode. Wait a minute, I fucking love photo mode. How do I go down? No. How do I go down? There we go. Oh, that's good. I don't know why I'm whispering, but still. Oh, I do love a good photo mode. That has made my day. I'm gonna fucking spend ages on this. I do love a good photo mode. Filter, no filter, hide player, no, no, no. Right. How do I take photo? RS. Um, how do I see the picture?
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh. How do I get out? Oh, that's how you get out. Assets. Do not have a clearance level. Okay. What's this? Let's just see if I can stand in the weird. Right, sorry I'm messing about with this, but I want to get the right photo. Don't know why I'm whispering again, but still. So, okay. Oh. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetype. We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on a pair of scissors that consume human through two punctures on these details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Go to file 4936942 for full report. Okay. So some of these I can shoot. Like I noticed one from before, Dan. Some of them are an illusion. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, I love all this stuff. Little guitar for sale, $50. I like it. Socks and ballerinas. These recycle. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold, okay? How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem escort them to a private room. There perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If the responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then immediately. Remember, there is no such thing as too suspicious. Okay. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I should be shooting these or not, but I'm going to. They say they're enemies on the thing, so... Any more, you fuckers? Oh, yeah. Or if ammo regenerates, then... I'm only just... I haven't really made it... I thought I'd gone further into this. Obviously not. Pardon me. Oh. No. I was wondering if they regenerate, but I don't think they do. I've done that. Okay. Should we go that way? No. Should we go that way? No. Down, 2 down. He's a bit more powerful.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. ready.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Okay. I don't know what that means. I assume it goes there. She does something, yeah. Excuse me.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still...
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me. Saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point. Push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Okay. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by detection of an unobstructed ping using within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole. Testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be referred to file 725 2788 for full report. Okay.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Hiss agent. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form seen in many corrupted agents floating around the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained a human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behaviour. They only seem interested in vocalising a strange incantation ad infinitum. Ad infinitum? Anyway. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, or are they cocoons prepared to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file for full report. Okay.
Jesse, over here.
Yeah, alright,
We
alright.
need to make a plan, Jesse.
Alright, I'm coming. Okay, so that's how you fast travel. Okay. Memories up there. Okay, it still hasn't explained to me fully what the assets do, but understand they're mods of some kind. So I think that's probably good enough for me. So I'm guessing this is the hub where we'll keep going back to. Because it's got all these different clearance levels, and I don't have any of them yet. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but one of the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. The power of collective unconscious is taken into account. It could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural for the oldest house to them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering an oldest house. Refer to file 4/19/1935 for full report. Okay. I have no idea what that is. But anyway, I love all these little details. Very cool. Last encounter. Okay. Love all those little details. That's all the... Is that Nixon? No. It looks a bit like Nixon, the guy in the middle. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. Worked my arse off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. That's funny. I like that. I like that. That's good. I keep thinking those are Christmas trees from afar. I don't know why. Still. It's like a crane behind them. Okay. See, this is probably running better than I thought it would at the moment. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to run smooth 60 because I mean, not a lot of games do for me anymore. 1440p, which is what I'm streaming at. I don't think that's obviously not what you're saying, but so sorry, that's not what I'm streaming at, but it's what I am playing in. If that makes sense. That's the resolution I'm playing in anyway. So yeah, I knew I wouldn't get a smooth 60 but it's running better than I thought because I've heard on consoles it runs at not even 30 for a lot of the time. Like there's problems with it running at 30, so yeah. One quick last run around. Oh, I missed this. No, I didn't. I've been here before.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay. Another one of these things. Let's open these, right. The only person you should fail is yourself. Don't get that. Okay. Let's ask her a few more questions.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Right.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay, no side quests at the moment, so we are going to continue on. Oh. With the, I don't know what that sector room is. We are going to continue on somewhere. Missions. Enter the communication. Okay. I don't know where the communication department is. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, it's that way. This weird thing showing me where to go. Okay.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Nope. Still haven't got that. No wire by the time. No. Summary. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gardo Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: accommodation $831, meals $714, gasoline $295, minibar $313. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rawley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskies is my ritual. Oh, that's funny.
overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Okay, so we'll go that way. That's alright. No, it's up. So where I need to go. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was called off and the embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula I.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI 85 for details. Have I got another one to read? I think I might. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file for full report. Okay, just gonna get a drink. I shall be back in 30 seconds. Right, just getting back into the swing of things. Just doing something quickly, I won't be long. Okay, right, that's done. Sorry about that. Let's do this first. 'Cause can't be too careful at the moment. Let's just see if we got. Just check the dashboard quickly. Okay. Right, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. Right. Okay, let's see if we can open this. Oh shit. What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Okay, I can't go in there yet. Someone dropped a file in the toilet. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, the area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green, stable; yellow, low possibility, unanticipated building shifts; orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts; red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Okay. Oh, he's up on the toilet. Oh, he broke the toilet. Okay. Okay. Well, I've been upstairs. There's something upstairs. I don't know how to get to it. There's something upstairs. I have been this way. Oh. Very blood. I was seeing if I could walk on this railing and then jump up to that. No. Oh, I can! Brilliant. Okay, a little bit of platforming in this then. I didn't realise that, fair enough. We don't mind a bit of platforming. We don't mind a bit of platforming at all. In this way. I think so, right. Let's just see if I can get this out any way to climb around it. I didn't think about it before. No. Right. So let's carry on then. We go this way, I think. According to the map. No, it's on the bottom of the map. Interior. Dead letters. Okay. Cheeky photo of that. Right. Quick photo. Here we go. Right. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt, my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Okay, fair enough. It's just some weird ass shit. Some weird motherfucking shit going on. Oh, she's climbing. No. I can't even see. I think this is another control point. Oh, I'm stuck in a thing. That's funny. Oh, I have to take a picture of that as well. That's very funny. That is very, very funny. Well, it's not very, very funny, but it's reasonably funny. I can't even get out of it. Oh, there you go. Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies all around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house 'cause of the fish and you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Okay. Dwayne doesn't sound particularly intelligent gentleman. You know, maybe he is. Maybe he is. Who knows? Oh, what's this? Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail. Will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times and gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. Bureau is a perfect home for them. I realise not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyse the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's just broke. I just broke the desk. Do as you're told. Don't eat mold. What the fuck is that? very easy so far. And we are obviously only an hour and a half in, so okay.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Alrighty then. Well, that is some cool shit. Very cool. Yeah, I guess that already. Thank you, tutorial. Now I can get to the communications department.
Communications. We're on the right track.
But me being me, we gotta go and have a little explore. That is what we do. Any more people hanging about? No. I didn't expect that. What the fuck? Oh. Another one? This little bastard, there he is. Do they come back to life or? I have to say, I thought once. Another one. I thought once I killed them all, they wouldn't come back. But so I killed them all for a second time. I was just going back to see if I missed anything really. Some games when okay, I thought once it alters, once it shifts, then you might be able to get into. Oh, actually, thinking about it, I might be able to get into that safe. Where was it? But yeah, once it shifts, I thought, well, I might be able to get into the areas I couldn't before. I can't remember where that safe was now. Oh, there it is. It's over there. I still won't be able to get in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Jesus, almost died then. Not a very sensible thing to do. Okay, so I definitely cannot access that. Really like the health system, it's a cool little touch. Right, where was I going? I forgot where I was going again. Right, do we go back to where we were going? To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Okay. Okay then. I think there was something over the other side I can get into, yeah. Another collector. Hello avid readers, the Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 PM on Tuesday, currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starts before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. Shit, I got another one there. Let's just have that. I don't know what these are. idea. Oh, right.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't touch and don't see much. Let's join the Treasure Keys. Let's join the Treasure Keys.
What the fuck?
Hey, Meg! What's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. They blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
The director's a puppet. They run for president.
What the hell,
Dad
man?
says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Okay. That was very, very odd. Very, very strange. That's clearance level 2. Can't get in there. We've been that way. I think. Yeah, we've been that way. Nothing in there. Little photo here. Might be better over the other side actually. Right, we're going down here. Oh. Got a hiss barrier wall. He was wearing one of those things, he still got killed. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers in guns, space hippies, or a bad-ass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favourite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel unnecessary at all. Oh shit, I got another. Let's mark this is red quickly. Right. Okay, pardon me. Right. So, there's only one way to go.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Okay. That isn't the way to go. Just gonna leg it, I think. Yep, I'll go that way.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay, that's cool. Very cool. This is obviously an area. Where are you doing shit?
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it.
Okay, so the combat's got a little bit better now, which is good. It wasn't bad before, don't get me wrong, but it's just got a bit more interesting now. That's a cool explosion. Have a feeling the frame rate's about to get progressively worse now with all the throwing stuff. But we don't mind that really, as long as it doesn't go too crazy bad, then it's okay. Impressive, you can pretty much throw anything. I thought it would only be small things, but we obviously knew before starting this game that you have some telekinetic kind of powers, so okay.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom. Okay, right. I'm assuming all these bits I'm picking up are for crafting or something like that. I don't actually know. Yeah, the frame rate's getting definitely worse now. I might have to turn some things down more tomorrow. Not going to bother today because it's not bad enough at the moment, but it's dropping quite a lot.
Re-information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem has been ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring and for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something. I missed something. Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file for full report. Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize their weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, it is feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree. Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file for full report. Case files. Okay, must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to kinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11:15 for more information. The object is currently bound for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in by agents and with the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to missiles, believed to be reserved for use against. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Okay. Nothing down there. That needs a key code. Remember, it needs a key code. Right.
This must open the door.
Okay. Oh. See Daisy. Nothing there. Okay. Okay.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon.
SuspiciaCon.
I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever there's something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
I've already got that, haven't I? Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted by the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. The process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Oh. Shit. Shit. Okay, I can't. No. Shit. It's because I had a low health from going in that fucking room, innit? Okay. Okay then. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file containing portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. And following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strugins, I think, Rubens Noguera, Arto Kulumaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jaakko Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Okay then. Right, okay. I don't think there's anything else in here, is there? No, I don't think there's anything else.
They can fly now. Great.
Jesus!
They can fly now. Great. Fuck me.
is difficult, isn't it? Jesus, why is it hard? What the hell am I meant to do? I'm gonna get another drink. Excuse me. Right, I don't know. Obviously, there's something. I think there's some tactic I must be missing on there. I assume I just need to run around a lot or something.
They can fly now. Great.
Yeah. Defeated, but anyway, so I got the hang of that anyway.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Me too, Jesse, me too.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
So yeah, I guess I was just trying to. I thought it'd be easy, to be honest. I just a bit complacent. I just thought it'd be yeah. I just wasn't really paying attention to. Should have noticed that when he was throwing his attacks and hidden behind one of these pillars, but I didn't. So you learn. So it didn't take me too long to suss it out. But yeah, right. There was a collectible around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Anything else anywhere? I don't think so. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own apparent natural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in individuals it corrupts. Refer to file for report. Okay, I don't know which one I missed. Machine gun. No, it's not. No. Tea time. Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about the Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I've read these before. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for Dead Letters archive and log into Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections related topics found among the letters. I think I read that. Havelkos, Willow. Read that. Oh. Okay, that was weird. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at which had been connected to a total of disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside while searching a closet. An agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte Homes closet disappeared during this incident.
Alberto
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign, perfectly executed.
Mossy, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Okay.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Okay. Let's go.
The hotline can't be far now.
Let's go and get the helpline. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel known the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the and sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is but initial hypotheses centre on the Butte AWE as a see Dr. Darling presentation in 24.3 for more details. Okay. No, I don't know which one. Fuck's sake. Oh, here we go. All wheels and Pacific check-in. Direct trench, Bill Everett. Direct trench, Bill Everett. Direct trench, Bill Everett. Direct trench, Bill Everett. Carol Bishop. Who the fuck's Carol Bishop? And that was all in the space of... Oh. Hotline chamber. Right.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the black pyramid.
Okay, let's go. Well, that was dumb, but here we go. We live and learn. Okay. Whoa! Fuck me. Fuck's sake. Well, I have to say, this sucks that I have to go all the way back here. It really does. Annoys me. It's not fun. Annoys me intensely. Just yeah, I know I fucked up, but what is with the checkpoint? I just don't get it.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Whoa. What the fuck?
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
What the actual fuck?
Hello? Anyone here?
The key has a black pyramid on it.
What the actual fuck? Do, 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 do. what the fuck? Okay. What? I have to say I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Jesus, these loading times take forever. Fuck me. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so I can't defeat them, so I'm just going to assume I just got to run away from them and avoid them.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs. The object allows the director to communicate with the if used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal. See Dr. Darn's presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first named Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including but its origin remains unknown. Okay.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Okay.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Interesting.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst.
Ooh.
A conspiracy plotted right behind
Interesting.
me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for the day then. Thank you very much for watching if you did. Let me just see if it's going to save. Oh, I'm back in the director's office. What's this? Okay. Right, so yeah, I'm going to leave it there for the day. Thank you very much for watching if you did. I'm going to be streaming Control now till I finish it, so don't know how long that's going to take. Yeah, so the rest of the week, probably. So yeah, I'll see. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Same kind of time. I will update the streaming schedule to. I know it's on TBA at the moment because I didn't know what I was going to play, but yeah, I will update it now and change it to Control because yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and goodbye.